There are some mixed opinions as to how Manchester United will fare in this coming season. I think the overriding feeling from many of the fans is one of optimism. Maybe from the neutrals, it's one of expectation. What about the journalists, though, Mark Ogden? What would actually constitute a successful season for Man United?
Well, a successful season for Man United is always winning something. And if they end this season without winning a trophy, it's not a successful season. It's as simple as that. You know, they haven't won a trophy now, I think, for 3 years, which is it's the longest run they've had in the Premier League era. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to win a trophy, whether it's the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, whatever, has to win something. If he doesn't, the bare minimum, the absolute bare minimum is to finish in the top four, you know, to get in the Champions League. But, you know, I remember a few years ago when Man United fans used to laugh at Arsenal and Arsene Wenger for celebrating finishing fourth. Well, that's the reality of where Man United are right now. Fourth place is a trophy, but it's not really, is it? You don't put that in the team photo. So United have to win a trophy, but I'm not sure they will do.
It's interesting with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because I know Craig Burley, one of our pundits on ESPN FC, he's got the jury out on this manager. What do you think going forward? It will just come down to that, winning a trophy.
Yeah, I'm with Craig on this. I think that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done well in the sense that he's brought young players through and he's helped kind of put United in the right direction again following the Jose Mourinho era and, you know, the mistakes made prior to that by Louis van Gaal and David Moyes. But, you know, Man United are a club of global stature. They need a coach of global stature, and they haven't got that in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And I wonder whether at some point there will be a natural limit to what Solskjaer can bring to United in terms of the ceiling of his abilities. He's not a Pep Guardiola, he's not a Jurgen Klopp. You know, I just don't know if he's got that in his locker to take United to the next level. And I look at what they brought in this summer. Donny van der Beek's a good signing, but he hasn't pushed hard enough to get more in. I think, you know, the defence is still a concern for me. That the lack of depth in the squad is still a bit of a concern. We saw that against Sevilla in the Europa League semi-final when he waited 86 minutes to make a change. It's because he didn't have any depth on the bench. He didn't have any quality there. He's not really addressed that. He's brought in one player. So, you know, I think a top manager, a top coach would have put more pressure on to get more players in. But ultimately, he has made United better, but there's still a long way to go, and I'm not sure he can take them that next step.
Do you think he should have pushed harder to get a defender then into this squad?
I do think he should have pushed harder. I mean, look, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in front of the cameras, and he's very diplomatic. He won't push the owners and the chief exec very hard, but maybe behind the scenes he's doing that. But if he is, there's not been any results yet, not been any fruition. I don't think he can go into this new season without a new centre-half. I really don't. I think, you know, Harry Maguire is the guy that he's pinned his hopes on as the £85 million world record. But beyond that, you know, Victor Lindelof can't really head the ball. It's not great for a centre-half. Eric Bailly's always injured. Phil Jones, you know, Phil Jones never plays. Marcus Rojo's out on loan. Chris Smalling's back from loan, but he'll be sold probably. They don't really have a proper option alongside him, so Solskjaer needs to address that. Otherwise, there are going to be more issues at the back.
Where do you think they're going to finish this season in the league then?
I think the best United can hope for is fourth. I really don't think any United fans out there are expecting United to win the title this year. I just think they're so far behind City and Liverpool. You know, yes, they beat City home and away last year in the league, and they beat Chelsea home and away. They didn't beat Liverpool, so they have got a good record against the top teams. But I just think United haven't got the quality to win the title. So it's quite a sad prediction really for Man United to finish fourth. But that's where they're at right now. And I think there's still some distance away from winning the title.
Is that the absolute lowest they can finish and get away with, even if there were other trophies in cup competitions involved?
Look, if they win the Champions League and finish 5th, 6th or 7th, I think that's a good season. But you know, if they can't win the league, I think they're going to struggle to win the Champions League. I think the fourth is the absolute minimum. They can't allow themselves to finish outside the top four because it's Man United. It's, you know, they are one of the biggest clubs in the world, and they've underperformed now for 7 or 8 years, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better in terms of they're still, for me, you know, plodding along, you know, behind the other teams. They don't really like challengers. So fourth is the absolute minimum, and that's probably the absolute maximum as well, the way things are going.
Yeah, big season ahead for Manchester United, and it remains to be seen whether they can build on the good work they started last time around.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.